If you're building an app and you want a couple of tabs like this, where you can just slide from one to the other, or click one to the other, then stay tuned because I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is go into our main activity and get rid of the Hello World. And we want to use a tab layout. So go to your widgets and go to tab layout and download it. Click OK. Okay, once that's synced, we'll go to our text and we'll change the constrained layout to a linear layout. And we'll constrain this to the top. Have the orientation vertical. Now we'll start adding our tab layout. So I'm going to match parent and wrap content. Then next we can give it a background if you like. So we'll just go background, add color, and we'll just give it the primary color. We can also define the color of the text. So go tab color text. And we can have this as black. So inside our tab layout, we can define how many tabs we have. So in this example, I'm going to do 3. So tab item. Wrap content, and here we have to give it an ID. And I'll just call this tab 1. And we'll give it a text called tab 1. I'm going to do this for the other 3, or the remaining 2, I should say, tabs. So there's second, and there's the third, and I'll just update the numbers respectively. So before we finish up with our XML, we need to go to the bottom beyond the tab layout and add the view pager. View pager is going to be match parent, and we just need to give it an ID. View pager. Okay, that's looking good there. You can see tab 1, tab 2, and tab 3 in our preview. And now we just need to wire them up in our main activity. The first thing we need to do is just implement everything. So private, tab layout. We'll just call this tab layout. Capital L would help. Private. Here we need a view pager. We'll just call this view pager. We need our individual tab items, which we're just going to call tab 1, tab 2, and tab 3. And then we are going to make ourselves an adapter for switching between the pages. We'll call this page adapter, which we will make in a second. Okay, so once we've done this, we'll make our page adapter. So to right click on our package, go new, Java class, and we'll say page adapter. So just to clarify here, that should say page adapter. Inside our page adapter, we're going to extend the fragment page adapter. Fragment pager adapter. So we'll get the get count and we'll get the get fragment. in the super constructor. So here we just want to set an int for the number of tabs we have. Int, call this number of tabs. And in our super, we'll add that. This dot number of tabs is equal to the number of tabs. Okay. So in our get item, this is where we define each of our fragments or tabs, as you would say. So we're going to say switch, and we're going to use the position. Well, in this case it said I, but I'm going to go for position because that makes more sense. So we're going to say in the case of 0, which is our first case, we're going to return the new fragment, which I'm going to call tab 1. We haven't created it yet, but I'm just preparing. So case 1, here we're going to return new tab 2. And here we're going to return our third and final tab. So return new tab 3. And we'll say as a default, return null. So what we do is we'll create each of these tabs. So these are going to be individual activities which we will then call once we click in our individual tabs. So we can say right click, go to new, go all the way down to fragment and have a blank fragment. So we can get rid of these. And as I said, we'll call it tab 1. So I'll do the same with the other 2 fragments. So they're all now linking up nicely. We can get rid of this. And in our get count, we can just return the number of items or the number of tabs. What we can also do is get the item position. So we go right click, generate override method, and we get item position. Is this one. Okay. And what we want to do is we don't want to return the super, we want to return the position as we change it. Okay. So if we go back to our main activity, we can now instantiate everything which we've built up so far. So go into our onCreate, and we go tab layout equals tab layout, find view by ID. So do this r.id, and we call it tab layout. So I forgot to give it an ID, so I'm just going to go back to my main XML and say ID, and we'll call it tab layout. Tab layout. And now we do the same for each of our tabs. So tab 1 equals a tab item, find view by ID, r.id tab 1. So you do the same for the other 2. This is going to be 3. This is going to be 2. 3. So the only thing we have left to do is do our view pager. Find view by ID, r.id, it was view pager. So the only thing left we have to do is do our pager adapter. pager adapter equals new pager adapter. And we're going to go get support fragment manager. I'm going to call the layout, the tab layout, sorry, tab layout dot get tab count. And then we're going to set the adapter. So go view pager dot set adapter to the pager adapter. Okay. So next thing we need to do is we just need to set up our tab layout to be clicked on or moved to the next page. So we say set on tab listener. Equals new set on tab listener. So tab layout, set on tab listener. Okay, good. So in our tab layout, when the tab is pressed, we need to say view pager dot set selected item, select current item, and we're going to go tab dot get position. Once we've done that, we're going to have a few if statements. So we're going to say if the tab dot get position is equal to 0, then we want to go to our first tab. So that's going to say pager adapter dot notified dataset change. And then we do the same for the remaining positions. So we can say for position 1, which is tab 2, and position 2, which is tab 3. So this is because I've got an else if there. Close off the else if statements. Okay, so the only thing we have to do at the bottom here is just set our view pager, add page on click listener, new tab layout, and we're changing the tab layout. Okay, so let's have a look at all this then. Okay, so it's just loaded and we've got our first blank tab, second and third. Perfect. So obviously they're all looking the same at the moment because we haven't adapted any of them. But there you go. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe for further tutorials on Android Studios. Cheers. Take it easy.